you gotta keep in mind the Scourge team, not much damage after that. They're like a big railgun shot. But after that, they're kind of done. So, I mean, that's it. Meanwhile, the Sentinel team, extremely sturdy, and they could fight a really long team fight because of their heroes here. We are gonna see a big AoE coming in, but that Necrolite so tanked with his hood, like eating a full-scale Requiem Soul AoE, but is gonna survive, and looks like that. Oh, Night Stalker is gonna be okay running out, but these guys, I mean, Crystal Maiden died at the end of the team fight. Looks like Darkseer might be in trouble. Yeah, Darkseer is gonna be picked off, and you gotta keep in mind at the start of that team fight, Necrolite ate a close range Requiem of Soul, and he's still at what, 75% HP, and they are gonna lose Rax at this point. Meanwhile, Puck died. Puck just went baller status in and fountain diving or whatnot, and he just died. But never mind that, they are gonna pick off 2 Raxes, and Ernstyle trying to get that deny off on his own Rax. Oh, going for it. No, unfortunately not. So that was a 19-minute mid-racks. So for all y'all Chinese haters out there saying that the Chinese could only turtle, this is a game from Nirvana China showing you that the Chinese can push just as well as any other team given the right heroes, and they do have the great pushing AoE heroes. And for this game, I gotta say DTS might have been a little outpicked. That third pick Crystal Maiden might not have been the best of ideas. I'm not too sure whether the Scourge whether the Sentinel team would have picked Crystal Maiden for themselves, but maybe Scourge was a little bit afraid that the Crystal Maiden was banned, so not too sure. And yes, we are going to see that pipe finish, and I think that is the beginning of the end. You saw how little damage that Requiem Soul did last team fight, and keep in mind that the pipe is just going to give 3 to 400 effective HP, as we see Crystal Maiden being picked off as well. Oh, and I think Crystal Maiden was trying to pick off this ward, but Pugna was like, hell no, get off our wards, and kill them. So yeah, that is the sentry wards coming in from Light. So Light of Heaven not having too particular of a good game, but I mean, as a Crystal Maiden, 0 and 8, wow, that is a little bit too bad. A little bit too bad for Light of Heaven. Meanwhile, let me see how the Puck is farming. Puck does have his Blink Dagger to be finished. He is not creeping all too well, but all those tower and the mid racks is going to help him a lot. Meanwhile, let's see. Zoe is sitting at 123 creep kills in 20 minutes, and keep in mind he has been pushing too. It's not like he's just been AFK farming, so that's 6 a minute, 20 minutes in. That is just insane. And it looks like the Scourge team is going to push the bottom tower. I think they only have 3 heroes at this point. They gotta be careful. They shouldn't really get over ambitious. Should stick as 5s, and we are gonna see Night Stalker gonna run in here. Earthshaker's here. That is gonna help out here. Nice, really a good vacuum, but that is not gonna accomplish everything. Darkseer is gonna be in trouble. Darkseer, good Blink Dagger ultimate coming in from Requiem. So Requiem Soul does pick off Earthshaker, and now the Necrolite a little bit of trouble. Necrolite is probably gonna go down. Meanwhile, Puck is gonna come in, silence Dreamcoil, and is gonna pick off the Crystal Maiden. Is trying to pick off the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor is gonna be okay, but it's this Lion's still alive here. Lion probably gonna go down. Is using a sheep trying to get out, but he is gonna get razed to death by Dandy. Oh, and nice decrepit. Blast is gonna pick off the Witch Doctor, and now Balnar is gonna be on the killing spree, chasing that Pugna down. Pugna takes a ult and is gonna TP out immediately. 1 race. Where's that second race? No second race because there's not enough mana. But if he turned on his power chest intelligence, that would have been enough. That was a mistake by Dendi, and yes, that was a very yes, that is like a DCDH moment thing. But if he was fast enough, he could have turn to an interest, and that would have gave him enough mana for that second race, and would have picked off that mana, pick off the Pugna, and that would have been a really pimp play. But a little bit unfortunate that he did not do that. So there's that. And actually picking up Pugna would have been pretty big. Pugna is sitting at 3k gold. He would have been brought down to maybe 25. So that wouldn't, he would delay the Mystic Staff quite a bit. But he is gonna go for the Hex Stick. Let's see how everyone else is progressing with the item. Demon Witch with the Point Booster and Strength Treads and Bracer. Earthshaker going for Treads and Bracer as well. I gotta say, I really love the Scourge choice of Sentinel choice of items, because again, keep in mind that the entire Scourge team fight capability is revolved around that one magical vacuum into Requiem Soul, if they don't really kill you with just that alone, they really can't kill you afterwards, given that you have so much healing. So it's a very, very smart choice for the Sentinel. For the Sentinel heroes, just to go sturdy build, like bulky build. Bracer up, point booster up, strength shred up, and you're gonna just survive that big AoE from that Shadow Fiend. And after that, you're pretty much golden. So I mean, really smart item choices coming from Nirvana China, and I gotta say they're on top of their game in this one, not getting outpicked, and they're just outplaying the other team fairly convincingly. And we are gonna see a push up the hill here. Another good Net Award being placed on the back of things here, and we are gonna see a blink BKB. Oh, pipe is popped and 0 damage done. 0 damage done. Griff Fisher blocking in. Oh my god, Night Stalker getting blocked. Puck also being blocked as well, and Puck is going to go down to that Maledict, and we are going to see a lot of people dying. I'm not too sure how this team fight is going to go. Let me see who just have died. No one died on the no, Night Stalker died, but he bought backs. So wasting buybacks just to defend. I'm not too sure whether they can even defend, even with those buybacks here. Still Necrolite, a lot of mana left, around 500 mana left, and it looks like Night Stalker trying to be baller. Ooh, nice vacuum canceling that Fissure. That would have been a fatal Fissure on that Night Stalker. But these guys are just relentless on that push. A lot of mana still left on that Necrolite. Still 1 or 2 more healing pool. Another really nice Fissure, trapping the Night Stalker here, unable to walk up here, and they did pick off the Nicer once again. So being out of position is Earn style, and he is picked off, and I don't think he has buyback anymore, and these guys is just gonna pick off this tower. This tower is at half HP already. Pugna running dry out of mana. This one, yeah, looks like they are gonna push back. It's gonna get some extra mana and gonna come back to finish that push, but Pugna is gonna be close to his Hex Stick. Let me see, Pugna is sitting at 2k gold. Let's see. Yeah, there is an ultimate orb, and looks like he is going to go get that Mystic Staff. So once that Hex is going to be finished, those push is going to just be relentless. They really aren't, they won't really need to go back once that Pugna gets pretty much infinite mana to spam his Nether Blasts. So I think, I mean, DTS is trying to hold on, but you gotta keep in mind, I don't think they have better late game either. Like, Shadow Fiend is pretty good, a strong mid game hero, but in order to become a very strong late game hero, he has to be extremely stacked. And instead of getting a Mantis style, the Shadow Fiend has went for Blink Dagger. Yes, it's gonna help out the AoE teamfight capability, but again, it's not gonna help out the late game potential, as we see Crystal Maiden being picked off once again. Light of Heaven, 0 and 10 in this game. I have never seen Light of Heaven fed so bad, but again, Crystal Maiden generally have that kind of fate, so can't really blame him all too much. As we see Pugna, yes, Hex is finished, and we are going to see probably this last push coming in from the Scourge team, Sentinel team, and I don't think the Scourge can defend at all. No really big item being finished. They are going to try to kill the Lion. Another great Fissure, a big Requiem Soul, not doing any damage because of the mecha, because of the pipe and everything. Looks like, oh, Night Stalker is going to pick off, and looks like Lion didn't even die at all. Witch Doctor is going to be coiled, and they are going to focus on Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend die as well, and I believe this is the game. Decrepit Drain, and they are gonna pick off the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor, very low HP, is probably gonna die to that pulse. No, is gonna, oh, barely lifts to the pulse. Voodoo Restoration did help him out, but that tower is going to go down. Shadow Fiend buys back once again, but Shadow Fiend buyback is not going to help too much, because keep in mind, Shadow Fiend does need all those soul charges back, and Darkseer might be in trouble as well. A lot of AoE spell being casted, but that Nether Ward just doing a number on these guys. Shadow Fiend doing whatever he can on raises, and Witch Doctor, ow! Lion still surviving. DGC being a champ this game, and they are going to pick off the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden is gonna go. Oh, Crystal Maiden, Fissure, no Fissure. And Crystal Maiden barely lingering out there, and Witch Doctor, I mean, this is the game. The Rax is gonna be taken down, and oh no, Glyph is gonna pop. Let's see if they can make it last minute heroic defense. Fear is gonna be casted on the Puck, trying to kill off the Puck here, but there are just a number of chain stuns going on that. The Night Stalker now, these guys might be in trouble. Is there a cask? 1 raise, 2 raise going on, and looks like Night Stalker trying to chase, and Night Stalker now in trouble once again. Give me a nice Fissure. No, nice Fissure, not necessary. Now Witch Doctor in trouble. Give me a nice Fissure. Oh, wrong angle, sir. Wrong angle. Could have just Fissure on the on the Witch Doctor and get a kill there. Probably because he thought that his teammate had it anyway, so wanted to go for the Shadow Fiend. But those two Raxes are down, and that is the game. That is the game. DTS is choosing to play on. Probably just taking this time to discuss what heroes to pick, what strategies to run, because more or less they pretty much got outpicked this game, and not so necessarily outplayed. I haven't seen DTS make too many mistakes, and I mean I think they made one mistake by pushing a little bit too aggressively over here, but other than that, I think they played a game like a pretty well game. So it's just a picking stage that screwed them up a little bit. So that Pugna pick was just a little bit too strong, but we'll see. So DTS just holding on, and I think they're just playing out for the formality of it. But Darkseer is going to have a pipe pretty soon. Witch Doctor is going to go for that Ogre X for even more tanking, but I mean that's not going to be enough. Night Stalker going for the BKB of his own. Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend going for the BKB. I mean the Sentinel team is definitely very weak against BKB, but because of their pushing power, you're never really going to get to your BKB. So that is the true strength of this lineup, and it looks like they are going to just push top 4 to finish. If you're not going to GG out, we are going to just Mega Rax you. And very unfortunate is that, well, I'm not too sure whether it's fortunate or unfortunate, as we see Lion picking by Hood of Defiance. So tanky. Yeah, I'm not too sure whether it's fortunate or unfortunate, is that unlike StarCraft or unlike Warcraft, there's no really humiliation thing. Like, you know, in StarCraft, if your opponent is not GGing out, even though like against all odds he should be GGing out, like you could, like, you know, build a command center next to his base, or, you know, build a hatchery next to his base, kind of more of like a bad manner move. But in Dota, there's nothing you really could do. I guess like the only really BM move that you could really do is like fountain farm and destroy their fountain. I think I've seen was it King Serve did it once. That's just like the only BM move I've seen, really. Like BM not as in like bad manner in all chat, but like in-game bad manner by doing something random. I don't think there's not much you could do in Dota for that, but we'll see. Let's see if there's going to be some heroic defense here. I mean, if the Chinese team want to play it like 100% for sure, they'll just camp up the hill and wait for these creeps to push. But it looks like they are going to just force engagement. It's a Scourge team. Big ultimates coming in from both sides here. A lot of AoE damage, but they are going to focus on the Witch Doctor first. Witch Doctor does go down now. Night Stalker goes down, and Shadow Fiend is going to go down right after. We are going to see the GG being called, and that is gonna be the game. Shadow Fiend goes down. So that was a quick 30-minute victory coming for the Chinese team. Chinese showing that they could push just as well as any other, you know, European team or any Southern Asian team, and they play this game spectacularly. Nothing being too forced. I think both the top lane push and the bottom lane push, not the top lane, excuse me, both the mid lane push and the bottom lane pushes, I think just did whatever they can, you know, just blast down the tower, right click the tower, and once they even brought down the tower, they realized their mana pool was too low, and they'll just go back. No need to force the issue, no need to die, you know, needlessly. And I think the only big mistake that I believe Nirvana China made, if you want to call it a mistake, was they fought this battle a little bit of kind of 4v5ish. I think Puck went in from the right and helped them out at the end of the team fight. But if that team fight started as a 5v5, it would have been a lot better. Really good job by Nirvana Zoe in terms of calling the item and popping that pipe right before the Requiem Soul hits. He did it many times. But I think what really won them the game, aside from the picks and their outstanding play, is their item choices. Again, I you know, these kind of strat looks really cool on paper. Big AoE, even if they had a Kunkka, I wouldn't think it mattered at all. Like those big AoE ultimates, yes, it's cool to team wipe your opponent like that, but between a mecha, between a pipe and healing pulses, and everyone getting bracers, strength treads, urns, and point boosters and everything like that, you're just not able to bring them down. Many times we did see that Requiem Soul hit point blank on, but it didn't even bring down any amount of HP, and that was just well prepped by the Nirvana China team. So Nirvana China going 1-0 on the series of this semi-final match, and I will see you in game 2. So stay tuned until then. This is Luminous signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed that commentary. GG.